Exactly.
All right, welcome back. It's the Built by Vitality podcast. I'm Philip Lewis. Steve Pinkerton is out today, so we're doing something a little different. Nate Agnew is our second co-host here when Steve's out. And we got Derek Pegram today with superior insurance, high rates. Wouldn't advise that. I'm just kidding. Okay. So today we're doing our top 5 movies of all time. These are not in a specific order. This is just our top 5 that came to mind. Nate had a little trouble with this. Nate's not a big movie guy. If we did top 5 like sporting events of all time, Nate would nail this, and I'd be like, the Hornets and the Bulls, 1960. I wouldn't even know. Okay, we might do that on another one.
Okay, all right.
So we're going to let Derek go first. He's going to give us his top 5. Like I said, this is not in any order. If there's some random one in here, we might make fun of him, or we'll look up the trailer.
So we're going to do all top 5.
Yep, you're fine. That's it.
All right.
In no particular order.
No particular
right?
order. All right,
okay.
cool. All right, so I've got, I think one of the top ones is Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun.
Steve.
Who's the main guy in that?
Come on.
I'm just kidding.
I
Tom
swear,
Cruise.
man. Yeah.
Why do you like that one though?
It's a classic. It's got a great soundtrack. Soundtracks make a movie.
That's true.
So you've got to go with Top Gun first. You have a great sound system. You crank that thing up. It's going to sound good.
That's
Oh, yeah.
true.
So we play that
Especially
a lot,
the intro. The intro is always a thing.
Okay. You know they're coming out with a new one.
I haven't seen
Maverick
even
or whatever.
I haven't
Have you
even
seen
seen
the
the previous.
trailer?
No.
Steve said he might rent out the whole theater and we can all go.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Red Dawn, but the old one.
The old one. I've seen the new one. I haven't seen the old one.
I don't think I've ever seen any
There's a
of those.
remake, so you can't. Yeah, the old one.
What is that about?
Basically, some guys, was it Korea and China come, it was Russia.
Yeah.
Somebody come over with parachutes, and these school teenagers and they just blow up and they fight back. They take back America.
Just try to attack the country.
Yeah.
Hey,
They
that
invade.
actually sounds good.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Goonies.
God, that's
See, you
a
forgot.
good
Yeah, you
one.
forgot about that one, didn't you?
Hey, you guys. Man, that's such a
And
good
Chunk.
one. Hey,
You can't,
yes.
you gotta love Chunk
Yeah,
and the Truffle Shuffle. Yeah, there you
Dang
go.
it.
Guys are.
Hold on. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
I was
I've
going to
seen
say,
that.
you've got to
Yeah,
have seen
it's been a while, but I
Top
have
Gun, all
seen
these
that.
Goonies. All right, so let's see here. See, I have a lot more than 5, but I'm going to go with the other 2 here, and I'm going to go with Rocky.
That's a classic.
that's a classic.
It's got to be the first one. It's Rocky. It's
Yeah, the
always a
original.
classic. Yep, again, soundtrack, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last one, this one's probably you will never even watch. It's A Wonderful Life.
Yeah, I've seen
yeah.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
My dad watches that every Christmas.
Yeah, I've seen it multiple times.
Every
My
Christmas
dad's
Eve.
house was like 60-something, but he loves it. It's in black and white, right? Every time the bell rings,
yes,
the angel gets his
wings.
wings.
It has to be in black and white, though. You
That's
watch it on
true.
Christmas Eve, and it has to be black and white, and you have to watch it. And then sometimes the kids are running around. And,
I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through. My dad watched that every year.
Oh, every year.
Yeah, I usually. That's
It's got a little bit of everything, you know?
That just calms me right to sleep.
Well,
It's A Wonderful
If-
Life puts you to sleep. That's great. That's great. So you
somebody-
don't even get the point of the movie. Okay.
Kinda, sorta.
life.
It's like It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
I'm taking in that.
Yeah.
If out of your 5 that you just listed,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody had to pick one of those and they only got one choice, which one would you pick out of that? Like if they were like mandatory, you got to watch one of these. The best one maybe like overall
It depends on that person.
to you.
To me?
Yeah. If you had to pick out of those the first time ever seen.
Since I'm a little bit older, I would probably say It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
Yep. It has a little bit of everything.
All right.
So
Okay.
Fair
Well, I'm
enough.
next.
All right,
Wonderful.
Philip.
That's crazy. I'll go next. Oh, that's going to be good. You're going to be like, what is he
I
talking
have
about?
no idea. They'll be all scary movies.
No, they're not.
No.
So number 1 I put on here was Bloodsport.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
love
that's
that
Jean-Claude
movie.
Van
Yeah,
Damme.
you
Man,
love
it's
it.
a
Jean-Claude,
classic.
yep.
I got 2 DVDs of that, random places, and if it comes, like we talked about earlier, if it's on TV
Oh, yeah.
and it's 3/4 of the way in, I don't care what I'm doing, I'll stop and watch it. I have to finish it. It doesn't matter.
See, these are those movies. That
Yes.
you in the middle of the movie,
It
you're like,
doesn't matter.
okay, I'm watching it.
Then, number 2 is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know
my
what that
word.
is?
Yeah.
Do
That
you?
is old
Oh yeah,
school.
I've seen it.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know who it is.
Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, my word.
So it's I think
he
it's
do-
Disney. It's a musical.
Didn't
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke do like the top 20 or something like back in the day? Or
Yes.
no? Yeah, okay.
Something like
Yeah,
that. But
okay.
he basically the gist of it. You've seen it, right?
Yeah,
But you've never seen it.
I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't
It's
seen
where
the
the
whole thing.
car comes laughing
Yeah.
and fall.
Yep.
It's
Bang, bang,
legit.
chitty, bang, bang. The whole
Oh,
thing,
you
yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Word, I can't
That's what
believe
me and
you
Nate
watched
did.
that.
I've
What is-
seen it. I've
My
seen it.
5'4" friend there.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so
I've seen
good.
it.
Okay,
Oh.
number 3. I bet y'all don't know this one.
Okay.
If y'all know this one, if either one of you know this, and you can tell me what it's about,
Okay.
I'll buy both of y'all a grind.
Oh,
Okay.
this is great. Okay.
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 Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
No idea.
What in the world?
Yes, I knew you wouldn't know that.
What is
So it's
that?
Angela Lansbury or something like that. So basically, it's back in England or wherever, and she pulls a bed knob out of her whatever purse, whatever, and she makes it magical. And when the kid screws it onto the edge of one of the 4 corners of the bed, they can travel places on the bed. It's another musical. It's kind of like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but they can go.
The
under
bed is
the
like
seat.
a hover.
That's what they travel with. So you can go in different times by the bed.
Oh, so they're
And she's
time
like
traveling.
and she's like a witch. So that's the broomstick part. She's a witch. She does something to the bed knob, and they can travel by the bed knob.
I've never heard of that. I've never
So-
seen a preview of that.
I know. So we might watch the trailer to that as a
That's
whole at
interesting.
the end of this, because that's probably the weirdest one you'll hear.
What year was that?
God,
So in the 90s?
80s, I think.
Oh, it's a musical?
Yes. Just
Oh,
like
wow.
Chi Chi Bang Bang.
But I can't. I mean,
You don't like musicals?
I hate them. I can't watch them at all.
Yeah, I can't do musicals now.
Okay, that's fine. So
watching
we'll
a
watch
long
that. We
music
might watch that
video.
trailer. Yeah. The next one, The Conjuring.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, why not?
Fair.
Because Heather doesn't allow that. She's
It's
like, I'm
based
not
on-
watching that.
It's based on a true story. The Warrens.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the scarier.
I think
It's
the closest I've come to it is The Exorcism. The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Where
the
she
close.
shoots out the
Yeah,
pea
bu-
soup
yeah.
and all this.
Oh,
that's-
yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
based on a true story, too.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
That's
I knew
good
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
So The Conjuring. Then my last one, Dumb and Dumber. It's got to be like Dumb and Dumber, classic.
The first, yeah.
First
yeah.
one,
oh,
the
yeah.
second one, they waited too long to make.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the Billy and 4C.
Yeah,
Like, it's just
good.
great. You sold
good.
my dead bird to a blind kid. Harry, I took care of it. That's the best thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I do remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a classic.
It's a shaggin' wagon.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
It's whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It's one of
the
the
scooter,
greatest.
the freezing,
Yes.
and the, yeah.
So out of these, if I had to pick for somebody to watch one, because I love horror, I would say The Conjuring. Just watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
It is. It's one of the.
So you've watched it?
multiple. Yeah, I've seen a lot.
really?
I've watched it over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Watch it in the day,
Yeah.
night.
I watch it
Yeah.
at night by myself. I don't care.
Really?
The same guy that directed this, he's the one that made The Nun,
Oh.
Annabelle.
All
There's
those
like
other
3
ones.
Conjurings. They're all based on true events. They all kind of connect based on the Warrens and stuff they did.
What's the one with the red balloon?
That's it. That's a clown.
Oh man, Cade. During
the old one or the new one?
I don't know because there was at Halloween this past Halloween. They put like near the grate where the water goes in.
Oh,
they
yeah,
put
they
a
put a
balloon,
balloon there.
and Cade wanted to get a picture with it. And I snuck
Like,
up behind him, and I grabbed his ankle, and he started screaming bloody murder.
Well, the old one, there's a fact about the old It before they remade the new one.
So there's okay.
The original, I think, was scarier just because I watched it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But you know who played It, the original clown? You remember in Home
Yeah.
Alone, that guy that would sneak into Kevin McAllister's room, the bellhop guy
Yeah.
with the big teeth?
Yeah.
I just saw
whatever it is.
that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the one that played the original It in the old, like the
I did not
old
know
one.
that.
He
was
plays
the
like
clown.
a million different characters. I saw
Yeah.
someone on Instagram. He played so many different
Oh, he's
characters.
played a lot of characters.
throughout
That's
his
the one
entire
that was the
career.
I did
clown,
not
and he
know
was legit. That's the best movie I've ever seen him in. Is good.
He does do a good job, especially
Yes.
back then. It was like nobody's ever seen anything
It'll
like
freak
that.
you out, man. Clown.
See,
You remember the clown?
But you not like go in your
But it's
bathroom.
not based on a true story. So I'm
So
like,
you don't
that's
have-
okay.
Yeah.
So you like the ones that are true stories
I want like
versus
ones
the.
that have happened. They're based on a true story,
Right.
and like, it might could happen.
But you watch it. You say you watch it by yourself. So you go in. Do you go in like your bathroom after you watch it? And you're like,
We talked about this in the
flip-
last one.
oh, you did.
Yeah, so when we're talking about scary movies,
Yeah.
there's multiple times I've watched scary movies, and when I go to the bathroom after watching it, I don't look at the mirror. I just go straight to the toilet.
No mirrors. You
and
can't
I
do
walk
mirrors.
out. I'm like, man, something pops up behind me. It gives you that weird feeling.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, that's not okay.
All right,
Good deal.
Nate,
All
I'm
right.
ready to see what you
All right.
got.
Let's see what sporting events.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, sporting events. All right, probably some of these are going to surprise you, I guess. The first one I have down, and this is so unlike me, but it's The Dark Knight, the one with Heath Ledger and the Joker.
Oh,
That is really good.
Yeah, he is good.
I'm not a superhero guy, but
Yeah.
that movie, actually, I like all the Batman movies, but that movie with Heath Ledger and his acting in that and all the stuff that happened after that. To me, that's just a tremendous movie. I love that movie. I could watch it and have seen it multiple times.
And that's not the one with Bane. Bane is the Dark Knight Rises.
That's which is great too. I like that one too. But for some,
this is the one where he walks out of the hospital and blows up, right?
Yeah,
that's really cool.
So that one I've seen. I could watch that every day. The second one, once again, it's another classic. Dumb and Dumber.
Yes,
something that does match up.
It's 100%. You can't. I could not leave it off this list.
That's good.
It's something you watch. I watch it over and over, and you find something else funny every time. Like I've never watched a movie where I could watch it 25 times and find something else to laugh at that I didn't see the time before.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Or when you were younger, you didn't catch on to it until you're older.
Yeah, when I got older, I thought it was the fun. The more and more I watched it, the funnier it gets. Where he's running in the passenger seat.
Yeah. Like it just.
He's like, and his jacket's rubbing. He's like, would you calm down? You're annoying me. We're not. He's like, really doing it over here. And he's running. I was like, dude, when I first seen him, when I was younger, I was like, that's funny. You get older, you're like, I would kill Nate if he's ever running while I'm driving.
No, so that's definitely a classic.
Right, yep.
The third one is, I don't know if you guys have seen this one, Lawless.
Yes.
I never watched it.
Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf.
Yes.
Man, that's another one I've seen
bootlegging
times.
Oh, man. It is.
Back in the
Who's the younger kid?
Shia LaBeouf.
Yes. Yeah. There you go.
He does a great. The acting is tremendous.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that movie. The fourth one, the last two, Steve would be proud. I think. I hope.
Did he force you to watch it?
No. These actually I found them. Well, one of them he kind of told me about. But the fourth one is The Usual Suspects with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Man, I think
I remember. I know the name of the movie.
Like
it's
my dad has it on DVD.
It's an older one actually, but it was the first movie that I think I've ever seen where just the plot and the twist, and I had never seen a movie like that until my dad was like, "Oh, hey, that." I was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of this movie?" And my dad was like, "You need to watch that. It's good."
And who's it with again?
Kevin Spacey. I don't even know all the other actors, which people are gonna be like, "Well, then it's not your favorite." But
it's top.
I like it.
I told him that earlier. I was like, "Hey, when you pick your top 5 randomly that come to mind, you don't have to know like the director, the actors.
That's hard.
If you remember the name of the movie and you know what happens." That movie was good. It stuck with you, whether you know who acted in it or not. Like if it caught you, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What's the plot there in that movie?
Pretty. I don't even. Once again, it's kind of.
There's so much that goes on. It's probably
it really is. Like the fact that the twists and the turns of the whole thing, it's crazy.
Okay.
It's wild. Steve will give you a better description. I also have the memory of like a 87-year-old. So my client, I'm watching Breaking Bad right now, and he's always like, "What? So where you're at?" And I'm like, "Oh, you give me a minute. I gotta remember what I watched last night." But no, that one's a good one. That one's a good one. And then the last one's Sicario. So that one's kind of
the first one.
The first one. The second one's just as good to me, but I love the first.
You know, I started watching the first one, and then of course the kids walk in. I'm like, okay, I can't. There's I don't know if this is the one with the dead bodies in the wall or something. Is that the very first one? Or is that the second one?
That's a first. I don't remember.
Man, I was like, okay, well, I can't watch that with kids in the room.
Either way,
that's when you got to turn it to Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So, out of your 5. If you're like, hey, you got to watch one of these, they can only pick one. What would you like really push them to watch?
I would probably say Usual Suspects.
Man, I gotta watch that.
Look that up.
Yeah,
I mean, I've heard of it.
It's good. It's good. I wish I could give you a better description. It's also been a really long time since I've seen it, but I think it's on Netflix. It might be on Netflix. I don't remember.
Kevin Spacey.
But it's.
I don't know. I know my dad has watched all that. That's like back when, God, Tommy Lee, whatever, not that guy. Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, yeah.
When he had all those movies, Harrison Ford. All of them are coming
Fugitive.
up.
Yeah.
It's around that time.
Okay.
And it's around that that year.
Okay, yeah.
And that's why I remember my dad watched all the time.
That's interesting. Okay.
I think if I had I want to bring Steve into this just in general.
Lord.
I want each one of us to pick a movie you think would be Steve's top.
Got it.
You go first.
Got it. Ted. Ted.
Yeah, he makes us watch a clip.
He
from
makes
that
it
all the
watch this
time.
clip.
You know when
He's-
they're arguing with the bear.
If
Yeah.
Steve
He's
wants
like,
to, if
I got
Steve,
you.
yeah, if I got you, I got you, believe. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, he loves it.
But if he wants to like have a good laugh, he'll go to Ted immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
that's a good one.
he would pick in his top 5. I think it would be one of them would be Roadhouse.
Yes, I agree with that.
Roadhouse.
Yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
always says that he's the I'm Patrick Swayze because the older guy in there catches Patrick Swayze's punch, and he's like, I would be that guy to catch a punch. I'm like, okay, all right. He loves it. Like that's his. I don't know. What do you think you would pick in his top 5?
I'd probably have to go with The River Runs Through It at this point.
What is that?
Exactly.
Brad
It's
Pitt?
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it is. That is a classic.
He made me watch it. It's the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Are you serious?
I'm like, why they just spend so much time in the water, just fishing and talking?
there's a lot more to it.
That's gotta be
Did
filmed.
you fall asleep?
No, I mean, well,
it's like It's a
I
Wonderful
wanted
Life.
to. It just is so boring. And he's like, "Isn't it amazing?" I'm like, "Not really." Just being honest.
It's like the Legend of the Falls. Seen that?
Same
That's
thing.
like a love movie
Are
with
you
Brad
serious?
Pitt.
Well,
That's
it's a good
terrible.
movie.
Same thing.
No.
He
In a minute,
loves
Derrickson
that
will be
movie.
like, the Notebook. Like, no. Oh, my God.
Oh, so you haven't watched The Notebook?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple
I've seen it a
times.
couple
yeah.
times.
Yeah. If you dated
What do
somebody, you
want?
watched it.
What do you want?
Yeah. What?
There's memes of that everywhere when you're arguing with your significant other
In the
about what you want to
rain.
eat.
What do you want?
It's not that simple. It's not that simple. Like, okay. Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
Legend of the Falls. Yeah, man.
he
All
would
that
love,
river
he
runs
loves
through.
that stuff. I don't understand. Like, it doesn't. But his movie personality matches his music personality perfectly.
Which is
the
also
music.
terrible.
Yes, yes.
Well, not. I wouldn't say
No,
terrible. I'd
it's-
just say it's
it's a different
unexpected.
Yeah, yeah. You would never
of
expect it
him.
from him. No.
Yeah.
That's
He's just
definitely.
He's a man of many tastes and flavors.
I will
Yes.
tell you, there's one of the runner-ups on this list that I almost put on here. I got Nate to watch it, and Nate loved it. It was on Netflix.
Is this what I think it is?
Yeah, The Green Inferno.
Probably the
Never seen
best movie I've ever seen in
Really?
my entire
Yeah.
life.
It has to. Yeah.
What's the plot there?
Oh man, it's
my
Eli Roth.
Gosh.
Basically, a bunch of college kids, and these people want to go save the rainforest. They go over there. They do their thing. They're like, "Oh, we did it." They get in the plane to leave. Plane goes down.
It's like Castaway.
Worse.
Hello,
worse,
yeah, it's
okay.
like Castaway, but somebody's trying to eat Tom Hanks. Okay, so in this one,
Okay.
the plane crashes. The people that make it, the tribe finds their crash site where they had just landed. They capture them and they're cannibals.
Oh, that
It's
hurts.
insane.
And people still exist like that today.
That's what I'm saying.
That's-
So it's
Yeah.
a possible true
Yeah.
story. Yeah.
He didn't tell me anything. That was. I think that's
That's what was a
why
surprise.
it was such a like. I thought it was such a good movie because he was like, "Hey, you're watching this movie. I'm not telling you anything about it." He didn't give me genre. He didn't tell me how long it was. He didn't tell me what it was about.
Started playing it, and once you get in, you're like it.
You're hooked.
You're hooked. That's
You're
it.
not falling asleep.
No.
You're hooked.
Yeah, I was just like, "What?"
But when
is
I told
going
Steve
on?
and Spencer and them kind of like the plot, like I just told you,
Right.
they're like, "What's wrong with you? Who watches that stuff?" And I'm like, it's actually a really good movie.
it's very entertaining.
It's on Netflix.
I'm sure somebody survives, right?
I can't tell
Can't
you.
tell you
Derek.
that.
Okay, well, I mean, like,
And don't
correct.
watch. You can't watch around the kids.
Do not watch.
Oh,
around.
it's-
If you're listening to this, do not watch The Green Inferno around kids. For the
Yeah.
love of God, just
well,
that's
my
a
God.
date night. You're alone kind of night. Maybe not a date night. That's kind of weird too. Not your first date night.
Notebook
You've been
first,
together a
and
long
then go.
time.
That's
yes.
yeah, the third.
First date night, maybe The Notebook.
The
Been
river
together
runs
a
through
few
it.
The river runs
years.
through it, yeah. Oh,
Legends of
gosh.
whatever you said.
Legend of the Falls, man. Come
That's
on.
so. Didn't Brad
so
Pitt have like
good.
long hair and he's wearing like
he
a
did, but
pilgrim
he's jacked
outfit?
up.
It's just
like
weird.
some shooting and some revenge and some stabbing of the bear.
Oh, it's just so much talk. I can't stand. My brother will send me stuff and be like, "Watch this show." There's a lot of talking, and I'm like, "Well, I don't want to watch a lot of people talk. I want action. I want to see something."
So within these movies too, do you like the actions and stuff? Do you like get into the soundtracks? Do you buy this? Like back in the day when we had CDs. Don't know if you remember those.
Yeah, I used to have a CD book in my car. You have to flip
You
flip
get the
through it.
sound. You get the soundtrack like Top Gun. What's like the weirdest soundtrack for me was The Last of the Mohicans. Have you ever watched that?
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
that's the weirdest.
I think that'd be the weirdest because it's more
It's like,
classical.
It's like flutes and stuff.
yeah, it's more classical.
I think a lot of new. I don't know. I think a lot of the new movies they don't really have a banging soundtrack. They don't
No.
have like the olders, the 80s, 90s. you could buy that as a CD.
Yeah,
and
the
jam-
Rocky,
and
yeah.
rock out to it, whatever, in your car.
Right.
The newer movies, you don't really. It's more of like background music. They don't have a lot of lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
Talking about the original Last Mohicans?
Is there more than one?
I don't
there?
know. Like, no, maybe there's just one.
The one that was filmed here in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that. You know what I thought of? You know, I just realized.
What did you think it was, Last of Mohicans?
The Indian in the cupboard.
What is up with you?
Do you remember that?
Yes, but why
That's
would you?
such a good movie.
Why would you remember that?
I don't know.
They're totally different.
Mohicans?
Yeah, very
Indian in the
very
cupboard.
different.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen the Mohican one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've seen it.
What, that's good.
Is it good? My dad showed me that when I was like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And then the guy gets his heart ripped out.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
I
my
freaked out. And
gosh.
my
Yeah.
mom got really mad.
Speaking of heart ripping out,
It's a good movie, though.
my brother,
Oh,
have you ever seen Indiana Jones, a bunch of those?
that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Oh, it's a great movie.
So in that one scene,
Oh, yeah. He's like, oh, no.
he starts saying,
my gosh.
he says, "Oh, Mum Shivai, oh, Mum Shivai, oh, Mum Shivai," and he rips out the guy's heart
Yeah,
while
he's
he's
like
alive.
going in there. Yeah.
So my brother watches this. We're 6 years apart. He is terrorized when he sees this. So I used to hold him down on. I would straddle him, hold his arms down, and I'm like, "I'm gonna rip your heart out." And he's like, "No, Mom!" And I'm like, "Oh, Mum Shiva, oh, Mum Shiva," and he would scream and cry. And he thought I was gonna rip his heart out, and I'm like, "I can't do that, Mitchell."
You're like,
yeah,
okay, there you
just
go.
like twisted. Yeah.
Oh, man.
that's great.
Another great series of movies. I mean,
Yeah, those are
Indiana
good. The whole
Jones.
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
every one of them.
How
there
old
was
was it? Like 3? There's 3 of those, right?
Oh, dude, there was a lot more than that.
Yeah.
There's
a
been a
couple.
recent one like maybe 10 years ago.
What?
Oh, dude,
I thought there was only like 3 or 4 of those.
it had
He's got his little dad in the side
Shia
door.
LaBeouf or whatever his
Shia
name is. Yeah,
LaBeouf,
Shia
yeah,
LaBeouf. It had him in the last one.
What?
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's some
How old
Russian.
was Indiana Jones?
Yeah, it was his.
106?
That's his son.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Harrison
none of
Ford
those.
was older in that one.
Yeah, he was
Had to
definitely
be
older.
older
yeah.
than that one.
Yeah, he's definitely older.
What about Ernest?
Ernest.
know.
Oh, Ernest, like the
All
funny
the-
comedy.
all
Yeah,
those.
yeah, that's
Ernest
a lot.
goes to jail. Ernest scared stupid.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
what?
Man, you don't know any
You don't know
of those?
Ernest?
No,
yeah,
I'm
that's
not.
old.
Ernest
yeah.
P. Worrell. It was good.
I don't know what that is.
I'll pull that up for you later.
Okay.
Let's watch, to end this, I think I'm going to watch the Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
That's
trailer.
interesting. I've never.
believe I've
I
never
don't think I've
heard
ever
of
seen a
that.
preview.
Oh my gosh, we won't watch the whole thing.
Like
I'll play it for everybody that's watching on YouTube. So if you're listening, go to our YouTube channel so you can watch this. But this is a classic. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, wow. She's a witch. That's the sort of thing witches do.
Is this
Nate.
a Disney movie?
Yeah.
Oh, it had to be.
Next face.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Look, the bed can.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Nate, I think me and you watched this
This-
together.
I would never.
This is on your top 5.
Yeah, it's legit.
I would,
You would watch it today,
Yeah.
even if. Oh, wow.
and you wouldn't have to be on like drugs or anything.
Yeah.
No, this is really good.
It'd probably be better.
She was just a flapping.
Oh, I remember that
You know
guy.
that guy, right?
He was in Mary Poppins, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See?
It's a lot of the same actors from all them older movies, just another musical.
Oh. Voiceover.
We're not suggesting that I should take these children into my house.
So she's like a.
Isn't she like the
She's up show
Cinderella?
like she's a nanny or something, like to take care of the kids, but she's actually a witch, and then she ends up the bed, and they travel and they do. That's really cool.
I would have never thought that.
It's
No,
like,
never.
what?
in a
You guys
million years.
listen and wait till you watch the preview
Yeah,
of
we
that.
do
That's,
watch that one.
That's
That's a good
interesting.
one.
Yeah. No.
All right, so I think that's it for this.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this
Yes,
was a
nice
serious
to-
conversation
So
and my first
I think we
podcast.
should do more of these, though. I think people actually would like to hear this type of stuff.
What, with not hear about life stories and insurance is great.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, sleep habits and stuff's cool when we talk about that.
very
That's
important.
very important. But I think Bed Knobs and Broomsticks add to that. If you're having trouble sleeping, You can watch It's a Wonderful Life with Nate.
There you go.
Go straight to bed.
Yeah.
Or Legends of the Falls. Or
I don't understand that, Derek. That's
you guys really need.
That's
to
really
get into-
weirder than I think the Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. I don't understand.
Oh no! Let's do a comparison. Let's do like a survey.
There's no way.
Do a survey.
It's going to be Legends of the Falls. It's
For
gonna
you?
be- yeah.
Over that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Legends
They're shoes that nobody's.
of the fall.
Yeah. That's,
I mean, come on. Who doesn't like
Look
that?
at that. Look at
It's
this
a
guy.
classic trailer.
He's crying and stuff. He's a cowboy. Cowboys don't cry.
Cowboys.
What is this? Oh, it's an ad.
It's probably in Montana, based in Montana, right?
I don't know. But
Geico. Hold on. Oh, we get to talk about
oh, it's just because I have to
Geico
bleep
commercial.
that out.
Yeah.
Superior Insurance. I'm getting a lot of Geico ads because I just switched the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at it. The music. Look, Indians. Look, he's got a gun. Look. Oh yeah, war. It's got it all. A bear.
We should redo this trailer with you as the voice. Like, look, it's got a horse,
Look.
a train.
Both his brother. I mean, I can't end it. I mean, I can't spoil it.
I sent that gift to a lot of people where he's doing that, but I knew it was from that.
Oh, let's get.
I don't understand.
The voiceover.
I
You
don't-
hear the voiceover on that?
You know what that
Strength
reminds
to
me of?
keep
Which
his
is
family
actually
together.
You know what that reminds me of was actually a good movie? The Princess Bride.
yeah, it was actually. It's a good movie. Very
That's a good
movie.
one.
What?
You ever seen The Princess
No,
Bride?
I've never seen it, and that doesn't
You've never
sound
seen
good.
The Princess Bride?
It's very
It doesn't
good.
even sound
It's got
good.
Andre the Giant in it.
It's
It's got
Man.
Princess.
whatever the guy. What?
Freak.
I can't remember the guy's name. But very good movie.
My
Though.
name is Amelia
What?
Montoya.
Yeah,
I
we can't
killed
remember
my
his name.
father.
What are you talking about? I've never even.
Prepared to die.
No.
We'll end the podcast here, and then we'll show you the trailer. Okay. All right, guys, stay tuned for the next one. Maybe the next one do top 5 something else. We'll bring Derek and Nate back on.
Oh yeah.
All right.